Good evening, friends. Welcome. Glad you could make it. Glad I could make it. Sorry about running late tonight, but we are here. We're back. Yes, good. Everything's running right. Okay, I think. You guys can hear that okay, right? Sound's not screwed up tonight. I had a problem with that Wednesday. This is my old guys. Finish getting my kids all washed up into bed. Seems like every night we try to get them ready, it pushes a little bit later and a little bit later and a little bit later. So I think we're getting smarter. You are correct, not a roguelike. Yes, you are spot on. Oh, hey! Well, that's... you have my sympathies, but I'm privately very happy about that. So. Anyway, yeah, we're doing Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. This is a Warhammer 40k game. I don't have a lot of experience with the Warhammer 40k stuff. I played the tabletop game a tiny bit in college. I don't think I played any of the video games. Come to think of it, this might be my first one. The most experience I've had with the Warhammer universe at all was Vermintide 2. I missed the first Vermintide, but I love Vermintide 2. I played that for months before I started streaming, unfortunately. So I've fallen so far out of it, I don't think I can even manage to stream it now. But yeah, I didn't play the first Battlefleet Gothic. So this is going to be a new experience for me, hopefully for you guys too. I'm pretty excited about it. I got, this is a press key that I got. So it's in beta right now for anybody who pre-ordered it. So if you buy this right now, you can play what you're gonna see me play tonight. After tonight's stream, I'm gonna activate my press key and I'm gonna work on a review for the full release, which is on the 24th. Hopefully I'll be able to post it on the 25th, but I don't know how long this game is. So I wanna at least get through the campaigns. The plan for tonight is to just play this. Assuming it's good and fun and engaging, we're just going to explore this tonight. There's a prologue campaign, and we can play the first chapter of the Imperial and Necron campaigns, and then we can also give multiplayer a try. I'm feeling saucy, so I'm always feeling saucy. Anyway, let's get this show on the road in space. There are no roads in space, so. And I did boot this up yesterday to make sure it actually ran. So yeah. There's a prologue campaign, the Battle of Cadia. There's an Imperium campaign, a Necron campaign, and a Tyrannid campaign, which I'm rather interested in. So obviously we're gonna start with prologues. I have no idea what I'm doing. Plant Cadia is a cornerstone of the Imperium's defenses, symbol of mankind's endurance. Cadia is beset as never before, besieged by the corrupted legions of chaos. Lord Castellan Ursakar E. Creed marshals the planetside defenses. Reinforcements scramble to his aid. Cadia stands, but for how long? Hey, Raging Mule. Hey, Obsal. I would go Tyrannid, but the Tyrannid campaign is not in the beta. This is just the beta.
The Eye of Terror has spewed its ageless horrors into the galaxy, gnawing at the eternal glories of the Imperium, at the very soul of mankind itself.
Creepy.
And for every one of those 10,000 years,
it's crying blood.
the fortress world of Cadia.
It's crying blood both from its mask and from its little knee skulls.
Granted strength by flesh.
That's how you know it's the grim darkness of the future.
Seeded purpose by faith in the Emperor's holy light.
They might play football, not a roguelike. You might have football launchers on their ships. I don't know. I have no idea what orc battleships look like. I'm kind of excited to find out.
Of the Astronomicon guttered like a wind-blown candle.
So the blaze of the Astronomicon.
The Eye of Terror pulls, its baleful energy spilling anew across the stars.
Oh shit. And Bison cameo. Those are creepy. Oh, Christ. That's probably less than ideal.
With a shriek that echoed through nightmares from Medusa to Ultramar, the Black Fleet slipped its moorings. An endless tide of heretics, traitors, demons, and madmen.
So that's the Chaos Fleet.
Fealty was given over to a single damned soul.
They got some cool ass looking ships.
The Despoiler, inheritor of the arch-traitor Horus's reviled legacy. The 13th Black Crusade, herald to a fresh age of nightmare, had begun. Stalwart Cadia would be the first to feel its wrath.
A Blackstone fortress! Without our shields, that accursed Hulk will scour Cadia clean.
Repairs to the null array are underway. We require only a matter of days.
The Magos asks for time. I have none to give.
My wolves will buy all that he needs. I'll urge my battle bards to prepare for my arrival. By the Fang, I'll not die without a fight.
I like 40k a lot less nowadays because it's a pretty fascist setting, although I never really cared for it to begin with. Okay, so I admit up front, I don't know a whole lot about the 40k setting, other than everybody is terrible.
Awaiting structural diagnostic.
Sounds like a bad Schwarzenegger impression. Zoom in to get a closer view of your ship.
Structural analysis complete. No major issues to report. We stand ready for weapons inspection.
Whoa, you can zoom all the way in. Hold this, lets you really... Oh my god.
All weapon systems.
Look at this thing.
Beginning tactical aspects.
This looks rad. Alright. WASD. Okay. Focus camera on gas flow. Yeah, animating the still images, I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. Oh, I was looking at the wrong asteroids. Don't mind me.
Complete.
That's a lot of objectives. Select your ship and send it to the indicated position. Click. Wow. We have a ton of controls here. Okay, so right click is set destination.
My Roostbeard,
Go there.
what's taking so long? War calls! Enough with the tinkering!
All sections report ready, Lord. The Fireman's Fang stands ready for battle.
At last! Crew of the Firemane's Fang! The Despoiler's
Hi,
jaws
Naren, welcome to
tight
stream.
about Cadia's
Yes, the
throat.
main idea is everyone's terrible. There's an unfortunate trend
Fortress
to
comes to claim the kill.
apologia.
I say nay.
Yeah, that's a
Now for
problem.
the Sons of Roos,
I don't-
strength to fight.
Based on what I know of the setting, I don't have a problem with it because, you know,
We will stalk the will of
I don't get the
eternity
impression
from
that the
amongst
fascists are
carcasses
really
of its
meant to be the
victims.
good guys. They're just guys
When our fangs are in
in
its belly,
a really
we strike
shitty
with a
universe.
reporting torpedo and assault craft at our disposal.
But yeah, I think the people that hold them up
We will cripple that
as
Blackstone fortress
heroes,
however we can. Weapons,
I would question that.
Shields, engines.
I'm not gonna let that
Father
impinge
willing,
on my
we will tear
enjoyment
out
here
its
because
corrupted
I love
heart.
spaceships.
The Blackstone fortress is so close I can smell it. We'll have to
Delicious.
cross that minefield to reach it. Take us through, Captain.
I love these like World War II looking mines out here in space. Okay. Alright, double click activates follow camera. Select. Holding shift. Okay, holding shift.
Engines engaged.
Okay, holding shift lets you do waypoints. So that's cool. We'll see mine trees, yeah. It's a shitty universe where no good choices are possible. You get some entertaining bombast out of all of that. Exactly, yeah. Oh, no, we don't want
Moving
that.
to position.
Hang on. Hey, let's go direct. Yeah, I like the idea of a setting with... Oh, we're being
We are
pursued.
but grander prey
We're
awaits.
pursued.
We cannot waste time in fruitless battle. Press on! We'll return once the Blackstone fortress is a broken hulk. Repositioning.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Hold course. Obliterate that target.
No, I don't want you to turn, I just want you to attack it. Stance still. Stance skill, my bad.
Underway.
Holy shit. That's probably not going to do real well for us.
Hogworm's eyes! They're gaining! Contact Cajun Orbital Command.
That looks really cool.
Tell them to detonate the mines. That explosion should clean our tails of these
There
traitors.
you go.
Aye, my lord.
Yeah, I never played the Dawn of War games. I'm not a big RTS person, honestly. 12 seconds explosion. Use the all ahead pull. Alright, do it.
At your command.
Thank God it slowed down the game for my slow ass. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
Where we are needed.
Boom.
Swifter than they deserved. If
Nice.
only we'd had the time to make it painful.
I like the cut of his jib.
My lord, Auspex has shown one traitor vessel survived the explosion. It has launched a
Oh,
disruption.
the shield effect is super cool looking.
Detonate our shields.
All sections, prepare for
Hey,
high
Voltage
energy
Surge,
turn.
welcome to the stream. Yeah, I am interested in the
Get us
mechanic of
clear
this
of the
game.
detonation horizon and bring us about to engage that spineless car.
Burn retro, switch the ship's engine off. The ship won't move forward anymore, though it can still rearm itself. Burn retros, energy turn.
Ha! So the traitor
Oh, okay.
longs for death. Bring us in close. I want to smell his fear.
Where you at? There you at. Okay.
Moving to position.
So you have maneuvering skills. Increase the ship's speed by 300% across with 4 combustion points per second. The ship is revealed to all enemies.
Fire at will! I want them blooded before we seek their throat.
Stealth detected identified. Select your ship and right click on a target ship to attack.
Main batteries, fire!
Nice.
His shield falls. Let us test the thickness of his hide.
Man, there's a lot going on here. Okay, so those are weapon skills. I'm trying to figure out where my weapons are listed. Damage absorbed by the shield becomes fully depleted. Shield replenishes over time after 10 seconds without taking damage. Damage inflicted to the hull is reduced by a percentage equal to the target ship's armor value. Okay. After you finish Yakuza 0, you're thinking of playing Space Marine. I watched a friend of mine stream Space Marine a bit, and it did look pretty fun. Critical hit. I mean, it's a giant battleship. I could do the high energy turn. Oh, okay, I think we're just
His eyes
annihilating.
are blinded. His fangs gone. We'll settle this with our teeth at his throat.
Assault range and target. Assault actions have different range and angle. Hover the button.
See how his strength fails.
Oh,
the
did I-
kill comes soon. Ready boarding torpedoes!
Defensive troops of each ship are divided in 3 steps of equal value. Each time a ship loses a third of its total per casualty penalty is applied. Once a ship has lost the first third of its defensive troops, it suffers 1 critical hit. On top of this, skill and weapon cooldowns are raised by 10%. Weapon skill, boarding torpedoes. Fire 6 projectiles that deal troop damage. Ow. Wait, what? Are they actually homing in? Yeah, aren't 40k ships like absurdly huge?
Our boarding torpedoes destroyed by turret fire. So the traitor still has claws. Bring us in closer. I'll end this myself.
Objective boarding action. The ship launches an assault action on the target. Troop damage. Oh, we launch boarders.
Our hunt is ended. Let the carcass drift. The greater
Oh, it's a
quarry
drifting
yet
Hulk
remains.
now. Nice. Or we could just blow it up. Alright, where is Yon checkpoint? There we go.
Repositioning.
I know most of you are not Fenris-born. But today it matters not if you feel the fury of Roos in your veins. It matters not if you hail from Fenris,
like this
Mundus
dude.
Pyra, Caja, or Marsh. Today we are brothers, bound by one single glorious purpose. We ride into death with the fury of heroes, and by our sacrifice, strike a blow worthy of saga and song!
For the Emperor! For Cadia! Death to the traitors!
Nice.
The moment arrives. Let the engines roar!
I love it. It's basically barbarians on a spaceship. Holding the Alt key displays environment limits. Double tap it for permanent
My lord,
stuff.
we have located an Imperial warship. It's drifting, and the crew are not responding. However, Auspex has shown that the vessel itself remains viable.
So you
We'll
probably tell
claim
the
the
Space
vessel as
Wolves
our
are
own.
literally space Vikings,
Reinforcements
yeah.
run thin,
The
and
ship
even one
crews are
ship may yet
nations
make a
unto
difference.
themselves. That's so cool. I really like a lot of the concepts in 40k. Warp jump allows you to disengage your ship from battle. The process requires delay, during which you will lose control of your ship. Perform a lightning strike or boarding action on the Imperial ship. Okay.
At your command!
Let's get you over in range. Hey, Given, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Hold course!
Unfortunately, we're not dorks at the moment.
Engines engaged!
We're doing the Cadia prologue. I'm learning how this shit works. Okay, I think it'd be a lot closer.
Underway!
So I think this is going to be pretty educational for me as well. So I've never really played a 40k game before.
To where we are needed!
Yeah, right over here. Okay, almost. I should do it. Ship recovered. Now it's ours.
My lord, our boarding parties have seized command of the derelict. They report critical damage to weapons control. It won't be of any use to us.
Still, it
So
shall
happy you
not
can
go
look
to
at a
waste.
40k game and go, hey, that game was
Evacuate the
actually
ship to
good. Did you
Cadia.
play the first
Its fury will
Armada?
be hard in days
Because
to
I
come.
didn't. This is seriously like my first 40k outing. Select the Imperial ship and initiate the emergency jump warp. Disengagement process, 15-second delay. Move involves a risk of a warp incident that may lead to the ship's destruction. Awesome. Let's do it. Disengaging a ship allows you to prevent it from destruction in battle. However, performing a warp jump is risky. The ship may suffer damage or even be destroyed. Whoa. Cool. They are out of here.
My lord, we have enemy vessels on approach.
Retro. Okay.
Repositioning. Moving to position.
Ineffective beyond 1,000 units. Okay. I don't think I even have an option for
At
this.
your command.
Oh, I set that one on fire. Nice. What problem's like 99% of white? Everything in the universe is as bad as it is. Yeah, I don't think that guy's known for this
Engines
world.
engaged. Hold course.
Where are you going? So look for that guy. see here. Blue is shield. No.
Underway.
Okay, good. Green is crew. So if we wiped out their shields... No, I don't want sporting shields. I want sporting action. Oh, okay.
Feel our might.
Now it's a drifting hull. One collateral troop lost. Cool. Okay. Warp is the dimension where chaos comes from, so the Imperium has to use hell as a form of FTL. Neat. Boy, everything in the 40k universe really does suck, huh? That knocked out a couple of their turrets. The detail on these ships is fantastic. Like, this game looks super good. Oh, they're suffering a mutiny. That's awesome.
Repositioning.
Yeah, that didn't work out for him.
Pitiful whelps.
Listen to your captain next time.
10,000 years of hate, and still feeble at heart. Bring us about. The Blackstone Fortress awaits.
Yeah.
My lord, Auspexes have detected a colossal signature at extreme range. It must be the Blackstone Fortress. It's on an inbound heading.
Good. We'll wait in ambush. Bring us about into that asteroid field and cut the drive. Make us look like one more drifting hunk.
This is Event Horizon is technically a stealth 40k movie. Nice.
At your command.
Alright.
Standard speed engage.
Okay, so that's standard speed. For some reason it wasn't popping up a tooltip telling me what it was. I thought it might be another power. It looks like... Okay. For anybody sitting here watching this thinking this is too slow, there are time controls up here on the minimap. I imagine that'll be pretty useful in the campaign. Not a real, like, don't worry about it. There's demons and there's orcs and everybody blows each other up. It's great. A ship moving through an asteroid field suffers damage, but as long as it remains motionless, it is stealth unless scanned by an enemy or if it opens fire. Okay, so yeah, we're taking...
My lord, the Blackstone Fortress is almost upon us.
Okay.
Hold your nerve. The closer
yeah,
it
we're
comes
stealth now.
before we reveal ourselves, the greater our chances of success.
I absolutely love that the Imperium's ships look like cathedrals. Oh, Jesus. I want to look at that thing. Oh my god, it's a base star from Battlestar Galactica. I don't know who did it first, so I'm not saying who bit who off, but holding down. I guess we wait for it to get in range and then we open up on it. It's big though. And those look like giant cannons in the middle there. Man, this looks cool.
Inbound vector shifting. This is as close as we're likely to get. Boarding torpedoes stand ready.
So shall it be. Command of the Fang is yours. Give her a good death.
My lord, for Rus and the All-Father.
For Rus and the All-Father!
Turn. Edge of that ship must be going at obscene speeds. I would expect nothing less. Whoa. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think our ship is blown for this Earth.
That is impossible.
It's impossible, yeah. Wow.
Keep firing! Cadia stands!
Heroic sacrifice. It is done. Get some of this stuff out of here. Okay.
Sven Bloodhowl, stalwart
Thank you,
of
Absol.
Brotherhood,
Thank you.
famed for their courage. But sometimes courage is not enough.
Hey, Hieronymus.
Initialization failed.
When are you gonna make it?
Null array inert. Insufficient power. Insufficient power. Rerouting. Reroute failed. Power surge. Processing. No data.
It's a shame they couldn't do fully rendered cutscenes.
Null array deploying.
I guess if you're making a spaceship game, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to spend a lot of time modeling individual characters. Is it gonna be enough?
Thus did Cadia earn respite, not through the bravery of Sven Bloodhowl, nor the labors of Magus clan, but through the intercession of a mysterious benefactor. But the respite was short-lived. As the cheers faded, traitor warships blackened the skies.
So they weren't killed immediately.
The siege of Cadia Secundus.
They were invaded.
The forces of the despoiler came in numbers uncounted.
Oh shit.
But the walls of Casa Craft held. Even in that darkest of days, the flame of humanity's valor burned bright.
There's a flame on
Faith
screen.
burning in their
Oh,
hearts.
Jesus.
The defenders held the Chaos Hordes at bay,
Who has time for that?
uncaring of the losses they bore in exchange.
Holy shit.
But flesh fails and faith flickers. With every bloody moment, Abaddon's forces drew closer to victory.
Dun dun. Discussing MIDI 2.0 with some people. Like, in principle, that's kind of what I like about 40K, that it's so absurdly grimdark. It's so grimdark that, like, it's just hilarious sometimes. Any location of Abaddon's main fleet for a strike admiral, lead a reconnaissance patrol, be our
Gladly,
eyes.
Captain Garrison. We can't proceed until those defense platforms are destroyed.
Alright. Alright, select all ships and reposition them within the indicated zone. Oh, that was easy. Oh, I guess...
All vessels engage
okay.
drives.
This is the setup phase. Deployment phase, yeah. Objective, click on ready. I did it! I nailed it.
Rig our light cruisers for silent running. We'll let our bombers handle this.
Okay. Okay. The flagship must not be destroyed. Select all ships and activate the stealth stance. Okay. Alright, so we have...
We serve.
We have a light cruiser.
Ship ready.
We have 2 Defiants.
We serve.
And a Dauntless Mark II.
Ship ready.
They're all pretty comparable, and we have to remember that this one is our flagship. And it cannot allow it to be destroyed. Alright, running silent. The ship is stealth, invisible to enemies.
Going silent.
Alright.
Bring us into position, Captain.
Always better take the piss, I say. I agree.
Understood.
It's been taken increasingly seriously over time. Yeah, I'm not such a big fan of that. I like it being over the top. Kind of like more as like a Judge Dredd kind of thing. But again, I'm not huge into settings, so I'm not gonna comment heavily on it. So This is fine so far. It seems to be playing itself straight, but the performance, like the events are so over the top, it's still pretty funny. As long as the ship is within the gas cloud, is stealth unless scanned by an
launch
enemy.
condition. Relaying target coordinates.
Dissociated skills. Skills are required to select the target to launch together, but the targets must be designated one after another. Alright, Starhawk bombers. Squadron can only target enemy ships, and moving it opens fire on enemy squadrons and torpedoes. Causes hull damage, ignoring shield holofields and considering armor is 50. Okay, so we want to... activate boats. Starhawk bomber squads. Assign targets. Each squad may be sent to a different target.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Finish this.
Okay, so they'll launch 2
All
squadrons
weapons
of
fire
bombers.
at will.
So what are these things? Oh, that's pretty neat looking. It's like a space hell cathedral. Okay, so that messed them up pretty good. So it said if they don't get destroyed, they'll return to the ship, resupply, and head back. Mechanicus has a lot more humor than this one does from what you've seen. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in giving that a try. Alright, so...
Your orders?
So we actually have a couple kinds of squadrons we can launch. Fury Interceptors, Starhawk Bombers, and Shark Assault Boats. Squadron can be used to assault enemy ships or regain control of allied drifting hulks. That's interesting. Alright.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
So since I had 2 ships with bombers selected, it put a 2 next to my cursor. And each click would assign one of the bomber squadrons. So I could have assigned both to the same platform.
Enemy defense platform destroyed.
Boom. There we go. In this case, when several ships are selected,
So they
use the
had
skills
time
and
to
maneuvers
call for
results
reinforcements.
simultaneously.
Prepare to engage. None shall escape.
Some skills like ordnance squads or torpedoes have a limited number of loads for each battle. Identify both enemy signatures. Alright. Well, they're approaching us. There we go. Oh, and they're firing on us.
Aye, Admiral.
Oh, we're firing back on them anyway.
We should evaluate the situation. We cannot risk a foolhardy engagement. First, we'll grant all ship's captains full autonomy to maneuver.
Ship behavior. The behavior panel allows you to set various options like engagement distance, angle, and side for your ships. Oh, once auto engagement is activated, your ships will automatically target. Okay.
Now, designate priority target.
Select an enemy ship. Ah, and then you set its target priority here. Interesting. Okay.
Finally, we'll focus fire on the target's weapon systems to reduce their
So if we set this one
firepower.
to 2. Okay. Okay. And then you can have them target specific. Ah, okay. Very
Unleash
cool.
the Emperor's fury. All sections to battle stations.
Cool.
Blow those abominations apart.
Oh, jeez. I don't think they like each other. Destroyed systems cause specific penalties. Reactor affects maneuverability, generator affects shields, deck affects morale. Okay. Well, as long as our flagship's holding back, we should be fine. This guy's almost done. Alright. Nice. Let's see. Light critical damage, orange, can be repaired during the battle. Heavy critical damage, red, can only be repaired after the battle. When the hull points of a ship drop to 30%, the skills affiliated to the hull are disabled. Interesting. This is kind of what I was hoping for from this game. Like, I've played RTSs, but it's usually just like you make a big death ball of units and you just scoot it around the map. I know it's more complicated than that, but I'm notoriously bad at RTSs, so that's what it boils down to for me. This one seems to be fewer units, but with more detailed interaction for each of them, which is something I'm very interested in. So far, their shields are holding. Dawn of War 1 is extremely guilty of the death ball tactics. Okay.
Ship ready.
I want this guy to pull back. Where I can set the engagement side. Engagement distance.
Aye, Admiral. Your orders?
Why don't you speed up?
Maximum burn!
Because they're getting out of range here. The thing you liked about Dawn of War 1 was it wasn't about destroying bases as much as it was about controlling points of the map. I played the demo, I think, of Dawn of War 1, and I liked it. I liked it more than other RTSs I had played, because it had that, like, strategic control element. I think I have that game. I should probably go back and play it sometime. Oh no, they're on fire. Sucks to be you, don't it? Yeah, how many Capital Ship Command games have there been? There used to be Star Trek. There used to be like a Star Trek tactics game, right? Like real-time strategy game, I should say. Was that Starfleet Command? Yeah, you guys are not long for this world. Also not really an RTS fan. My problem is, like, when I love turn-based strategy games. But it's because I can sit there and think about what I'm doing, like, as long as I want. This guy is just... Are you guys even trying? Okay, we're just gonna speed this up. This guy's done. There we go. Because that's the thing, I can sit there and I can mull over moves as long as I want, but in RTS, I don't have that time to think.
Additional traitors on Auspex. All vessels regroup.
Admiral, the crew are revolting. A mutiny is underway.
What?
Your excuses do not concern me, Captain. Crush the mutineers and bring your ship into the fight. Am I understood?
We wait your command.
Put an end to the mutiny in one of the following ways. Use the rally command or order the execution of the mutineers. When the morale value drops to 0, mutiny occurs and the ship tries to flee. You can take back control using the rally command. Okay, so rally is... I think that's probably the murder button, right?
The punishment for disobedience.
My lord,
Well,
the
it's probably
mutiny
better
has
that
been
way.
contained. Morale is ebbing, but we stand ready to fight.
At last. Now, seize this precious chance at redemption. For you and for your crew. Duty and death await.
We
go ahead and take the guy out first. Interesting. We can't seem to pick specific systems on these. I really like this priority ordering system. I don't have to sit here and like babysit these ships. I can just set the order and let them do their thing. Star Trek Armada, not sure if that's specifically anything out of the Starfleet Command. I think it was the Starfleet Command series. There were 3 of them, and it played similar to this, where you had control of like just one or a few ships, but you had like pretty detailed control of them. Like you could like shift shields around and like target specific systems. Can you guys just end that dude before his shields regenerate? Shit. Apparently not. Yeah, I'm sure later missions will probably require that, and I imagine in multiplayer too, whoever has the best micromanagement is gonna prevail.
We wait your command.
Okay, so we have the same. We have torpedoes and we have melta torpedoes. Ah, those are first straight ahead.
Your orders?
Oh, maybe. No, you don't have torpedoes.
Aye, Admiral.
It's just the Dauntless that has them.
We serve.
I kind of want to hit these guys with bombers. Just because. Yeah, actually, let's do it.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Music's pretty good too. Very, very appropriate. Speed this up. Oh man, they just annihilated him. Alright, so now we're all on this guy. Let's focus fire the generators. That way if we get their shields down, maybe we can go ahead
Ship
and take
ready.
them out.
Starhawks loaded and sent. We wait your command.
Yeah. Come on, you can do it. I hope those torpedoes have a homing element to them. Bombers make contact. Bombers didn't do too much. No, guess not. Okay, so torpedoes will have to be much more attentive.
Ship ready.
Right on the edge of lightning strike range.
Assault crews report success.
Aye, Admiral. Assault crews report success.
Nice.
We serve. Impossible, Admiral.
Impossible? Don't tell me it's impossible.
Your orders?
Oh, that's on a long cooldown though.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
The time controls are really nice. But that did a lot of damage. Finish him off. There we go. Nice.
More Chaos vessels inbound.
Okay.
Emperor's teeth. If failure is to be my fate, I'll face it with the Emperor's light in my eyes. This is Admiral Harbride to all vessels. We fight to the death.
Hold on until reinforcements arrive. Oh my god, okay.
Ready.
Alright, prioritize this dude. So you can take out his weapons. Jesus Christ.
Aye, Admiral. Brace for impact! Brace for impact!
That'll reduce hull damage at least. Once they get through our shields. Which they will.
We wait your command.
They have a lot more crew than we do though.
Admiral, this would appear to be the Despoiler's main fleet. Auspex readings confirm the presence of a Blackstone fortress.
Signal the phalanx. Our mission ends in success, but our duty abides.
We wait your command.
Not looking good for this guy.
Your orders?
So what about the rest of you guys? Are you strategy buffs at all? Either turn-based or real-time? I tried to play a lot of like Warcraft and Starcraft when I was younger, and
You've done your part, Admiral.
I was just terrible
I
at
hereby
it.
take command of this engagement. We'll give that Blackstone fortress an opponent worthy of its size.
That's cool. That's a really cool shot. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Commodore Truvo, what is our status?
Estimates are still formulating, but we confirm the Sanctus Malefic, the Apocalyptia, the Vengeful Spirit. Emperor shield us, but we're staring at half of the Black Fleet. Maybe more.
Wow.
Understood. And Cadia itself?
Preliminary scans and Vox chatter confirm fighting on all continents. The greatest concentration appears to be at
Jesus
Casa
Christ.
Kraf on Cadia Secundus. The Herald of Absolution is inbound with our Adeptus Sororitas allies.
Good. Remind all Storm Talon squadrons that Celestine must make planetfall. All other concerns are secondary.
Confirmed. Captain, there's a Blackstone fortress in near orbit, tentatively identified as the Will of Eternity. Vox chatter confirms the Firemane's Fang has already failed to bring it to ruin.
Indeed, a rare failure from the Sons of Rus. The so-called Saint was correct. These are dark days indeed.
Your orders?
As they always are in dark days, Commodore. We bring the Emperor's fire and burn away the darkness. Prepare for battle.
So I don't think I need to tell you guys this is super cool. It's an entire city in space.
Vanguard vessels closing fast.
Brittle foes to be crushed beneath the Phalanx's good right arm, Commodore.
From their vector, they don't intend to duel
Real
with our
time
guns,
just
but to
typically
ram
feels
us.
overwhelming. Yeah,
We must
I
brace for
agree.
impact.
I don't like the
Sound
feeling of
alarms.
being on a timer,
All
yeah.
hands. Brace for impact.
Alright. We're bracing. Oh, they're gonna bump us. If they reach us. This is as far as I can zoom out. This still takes up most of the screen. Fortress Monastery class. The home base of the whole Space Marine chapter. That's cool.
Captain. Almost in weapons range.
Acknowledged. All crews to battle stations. Hold this course. All ahead full. Take us down into its black craw.
All ahead full, aye. It seems we have their attention. Additional vessels closing on intercept course. They're closing too swiftly to evade.
Let the fleas bite. The phalanx's hide is thick. Too thick for their teeth. Hold main batteries for my order.
Alright, I guess they really want me to... all ahead full. I guess they really want me to fight this
Hold
thing.
course!
Actually, no,
At
right
your
here.
command.
Might as well destroy these things still. So yeah, those were our shields down, but they're still not doing anything to our hull. Not much, anyway.
Where we are needed.
Yeah, not to be messed with. Hey, CM Kruger. What's up, buddy? Used to play a lot of turn-based war games like Steel Panthers. RTSs, I mainly, yeah. I tried to play some multiplayer with my friends, but I was always just terrible at it. I would spend too much time building, was the thing, because I always liked building stuff. I was a big SimCity kid. These guys are mutinying. They don't want any part of this. Let's speed this up.
Will of Eternity in primary weapons range.
Unleash the phalanx's fury. Let Abaddon know we've come for him.
Rise of Nations expansions were your shit.
The Blackstone Fortress shields are holding. We're barely scratching it.
Keep firing. We'll flay that abomination an inch at a time if we must.
At your order. Victory or death.
They seem to have assumed that I would head straight for the Will of Eternity.
Imperial ship destroyed!
Because we're still not really in weapons range of it.
Captain,
I guess we are.
the Will of Eternity's shields are down.
Impossible! Confirm.
Confirmed. They're gone.
I'll wager my right hand they have wolves loose in their belly.
Oh, the guys from the first mission.
Fangs of
Cool.
Fenris bite deep. It's our turn now. Main batteries, open fire. Send that cursed hulk to hell. The flagship has been destroyed.
Yeah, our buddies that we started as are gone. Yeah, you turtle like mad when you play RTSs. Yeah, I have the same habit. World of Conflicts campaign was pretty good. I have the same problem, Opsal. I never knew when to switch to attacking either.
Main batteries, fire!
I really hope we just smash right through this shit here. He is in the wrong ass place. Oh my god, we just disintegrated that guy. That's great. Yeah, you have beams. I have an entire ship.
Blackstone Fortress is coming apart. We're too
shit.
close. If its reactors go critical, the Phalanx will be caught in the blast. The damage.
The Sons of Dawn are too stubborn to die. Why should his regal daughter prove different? Gaze on the Blackstone Fortress's death, Commodore. Gaze, and rejoice for service fulfilled.
I love this dialogue. We're too close to it, we'll be destroyed. It is a blessing. Savor it. Thought the fidget spinner ship would be like the endgame boss. Oh, I'm sure they got bigger stuff than that. I mean, this is the prologue. Okay, this looks super weird. Fully modeled ship with 2D drawings of people. The hell is that?
Archmagos, your reputation precedes you, but you choose a bleak time to come to Cadia.
Bleaker than you know. My adepts uncovered pylons on Area 6. They are a perfect match for those present on Cadia, but were reduced to null during the Fourth Black Crusade.
Abaddon. His malice holds greater purpose than we knew.
What the hell is that thing?
Ruined pylon fields have been discovered on many worlds, all unmade by the Despoiler.
Why? Their heritage is alien, their purpose unknown.
The pylons' forges remain shrouded, known only to the Omnissiah, but their purpose is revealed. They contain the Eye of Terror. If they are destroyed, the Imperium will
it's a person.
The Imperium will be no more. The pylons must be safeguarded. They are our only weapon against the encroachment of chaos. But I need time to study.
Okay.
Go. Make your studies. May the Emperor guide you.
It's a Washington monument. What if it really is? I used to work on a game called Dungeon and Fighter. It was called Dungeon Fighter Online here, and their whole thing is like, it was this like fantasy world that was under siege by like a chunk of post-apocalyptic Manhattan hurtling through space. I always thought that was a pretty cool concept. Warp engines are really dangerous to be near. Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure that underling had a point, but I just love that the commander was like, nah, fuck it. We will bathe in this glory.
Honored guest.
That's
but abomination or not, you and I have common cause.
It's a robot Skelly Man. I know it's a Necron.
Otherwise,
then you don't seek to understand the nature of this matrix.
You comprehend its secrets.
As a tech priest of the Mechanicum, technically human, even only 10% meat. Okay, it's like super cyborg.
Memory is such a fickle thing. Neither of us desires to see this galaxy ripped asunder by the Imperial ones. Destroy me if you wish. Nothing will change. For me, for you, for this world. Show me.
Wait, was he proposing some kind of cooperation between the Imperium and the Necrons?
Admiral, this is madness. Entering real space so close to a planet, you'll doom us all.
A good officer commands without doubt, and obeys without question.
Entering real space in 3, 2, 1.
Blessed Emperor, we're in the heart of the fight.
This is Admiral Catalia to Battle Group Silver Dawn. Form up.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Incoming enemy squadrons!
Race for impact.
That guy's voice actor needs a bit of practice.
We've lost the Purity Blade!
Silver Dawn to Cadian High Command. Where do you need us?
This battle is lost. We must disengage.
Just does throw a bit in the deep end on the lore and who's
Commissar,
that's for sure.
do your duty.
As the Emperor wills.
Space robot undead who want to end all life.
Incoming
you really
transmission.
Don't want to make friends with them. Yeah.
Phalanx to Silver Dawn. This is Commodore Chauveau. Situation critical. Chaos forces have launched a full-scale planet strike. They aim to destroy the pylons of the Elysian fields. They must not succeed. Reinforce the position. The Phalanx will cover your back. Remain vigilant. We have reports that the Despoiler leads the assault.
So we don't need that voice actor after all. Hey, Dave.
The Emperor protects. Silver Dawn, this is the Admiral. All ahead full.
Your brain's getting to work out here. Yeah, this is a lot to take in.
Indicate unusual energy signatures at the Elysian fields.
Explain. I need more. By the Emperor.
On Messiah's grace, this is beyond my experience. Analyzing.
Hurry. What are we looking at?
Yeah, please.
Analyzing complete. The pylons, the energy beam is repelling the Eye of Terror.
How is that possible?
So that nebula there is the Eye of Terror,
our duty remains.
Where all the Chaos Forces
Prepare
come from?
for planet strike.
Yeah, I have a passing
Incoming
interest
transmission.
in 40K.
It's the phalanx.
And even with that, this
retreat
is
into the
pretty
vengeful
overwhelming.
spirit to lick his wounds. We cannot let this opportunity slip away. All vessels, engage the vengeful spirit. For the salvation of mankind and vengeance long due, we will destroy this abomination once and
Do you
for
want a quick
all.
summary? I think that would help everybody in chat too, Naren, if you don't mind.
Battle Group Silver Dawn. We have our orders, and we're closer than anyone else. Today, the arch-traitor dies at our hands. Divert all power to
Actually
weapons.
have mouse control here.
Load torpedoes. We are the Emperor's fury. We shall not fail. Fire! All weapons!
The vengeful spirit is firing, sustaining hull damage, structural breaches on all decks.
I love the way these ships
No! No!
Weapon system critical, reactor critical. Fires reported on all decks. We are heavily damaged.
Nice try.
Estimated crew loss 65,000.
I'm sorry, what?
The vengeful spirit intercepted our torpedoes. No significant
Ships are even
damage.
bigger than I thought.
What?
They really
What
are
have I
like
done?
cities.
My pride. My arrogance.
Additional Chaos vessels inbound.
Very well. If that is how this ends. If we are to die, let it be with the Emperor's light in our eyes and his fury in our voice. We fight on. All hands. One last effort before they overwhelm us. Make this count!
I think she did.
Admiral, the enemy are peeling away.
No. You must be mistaken.
Confirmed. They are moving towards the wreckage of the Blackstone Fortress.
What? What are they doing? Vox officer, transmit a wideband message to all forces on Cadia. Tell them to evacuate the planet. Now!
Oh, they're pushing it. Right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is a shocking amount of plot development for what I thought would be an actual mission. But it's also pretty cool. You must be mistaken. Confirmed. Roll credits. Wow. I mean, yeah, that was a lot to take in, but also pretty cool opening the game. Oh, they combine and form a mech. Reading the robot skeletons and Necron species that summarize, upload themselves in robot bodies millions of years ago. They hate all psychic stuff, which Chaos and the Warp were pretty much made of. Okay, the Necrons were originally just a whole army of Terminators, as in the movie, but got rewritten to have more personality. Okay. So that was the prologue to the game. So now... So presently, oh, I don't even have the option of jumping. You have to complete the Imperium campaign tutorial at least. So we'll see how much time we have tonight. I would like to look a little bit at both Imperium and Necron campaigns. So we might do the Imperium tutorial in like 1 or 2 missions and then jump over to Necron to get a good idea of what the whole thing is like. And then just crash into and explode instead of pushing out. Well, I mean, all these ships are designed to ram each other. Like, they've all got those, like, big ram scoops on the front. And I guess they're, you know, like somebody in chat earlier said, just throw out any concerns of physics realism here. The only way to save the Predator franchise out is to discover a crashed spaceship with a Terminator in it. So not only make them the same universe, but also establish Terminators are from space. I like that. Alright. So we are going to... Yes. I had to click it twice for some reason. Unfortunately, I can't jump into the Necrons. You have to finish the tutorial for the humans first.
Scattered across an uncaring galaxy. A million worlds forever under threat from the machinations of curse.
That's the other thing I like about 40K. The scale of everything is just inconceivable. 65,000 people on one ship.
By the very battle for survival,
like trillions of people in the Empire.
There is no peace amongst the stars. The Space Marines, genetically modified warriors who know no fear.
Capital K, know no fear.
Assault, taking the battle to the heart of the foe.
Anteclasm, welcome to the stream. Karn the Betrayer, I think I played CSGO with that guy.
Mechanicus Forge Worlds sail warships of fearsome potency, their weapons blessed by the machine god, and their crews dedicated to the Omnissiah's holy cause.
Is there really a machine god? Is that superstition, or is there literally a god blessing their war machines?
Into leaders,
I hope it's the latter.
Imperial Navy, the greatest fleet ever to span the stars. These heroes dedicate their lives
Top 10
to
anime
the
Karn
Imperium's
betrayers. Hey, please.
confronting the ceaseless threat of chaos wherever it manifests.
Such great nonsense. That's a great way to put it.
Against the dark gods and their worshippers is the eternal battle for the soul of mankind.
Yeah, it almost doesn't matter if they do it tongue-in-cheek or if they play it straight. It's pretty hilarious either way. I love how over-the-top everything is.
Admiral Spire is one such legend, savior of the Gothic sector.
They actually called it the Gothic sector.
Master Abaddon's 12th Black Crusade.
Machine God is mostly superstition, but also some. It's of course it's complicated. Also, I really appreciate you guys dropping lore and stuff in here. It's super interesting for me, and also helpful considering how like in media res this whole thing is.
And his time is coming once more.
2000, the Imperium, the Emperor, and the Omnissiah, aka the Machine God worshipped by the Mechanicus. Okay.
We're out. Praise the Emperor, but I can see the stars again. Receiving distress hymnals. The region's alive with them. According to the timestamps, Admiral, the year. It's 999 M41. We've been lost in the warp for over 800 years.
Whoa.
And Cadia, the hymnals report that it's been destroyed, sir. There's a lot of confusion out there, sir. And Admiral, Cadia fell at Abaddon's hand.
Oh, he's pissed.
Then we are returned not a moment too soon. Navigator, chart a course to the Cadian system. We may be an age too late to
check out that dude with the floating skull in the bottom right. I want one of those.
Warp engines online. Geller field holding.
This is Admiral Spire to all Imperial vessels. Rally at coordinates 154554.
That's another thing about the 40K setting is the Empire is like stagnated over time, right? They're not actually making new scientific discoveries. Because it just occurred to me, this ship's been lost in the warp for like 800 years, but it's still like a contemporary design with the other ones we've been playing. So that means they haven't actually made any technological progress in that time, yeah?
Such turbulence.
Oh god, you guys are talking about Legend
like it.
Galactic Heroes.
Wait. This is not the Cadian system. Navigator, report.
Catch up.
The Immaterium writhes, Lord Admiral. It has flung us far off course.
I can see that, Domitian.
Oh, yeah, Naren was covering this while I was
Star sites
yammering
indicate
away.
we've entered real space in the Cadian sector.
Confirmed.
Not too far.
A lot of floating skulls.
But not close enough.
Machine God,
Still,
they actually exist.
We have been fortunate. Have our astropath send out a hymnal. All surviving vessels in the sector to rally at our position. Cadia needs our aid.
Warship signatures inbound, Lord Admiral. Chaos vessels.
Indeed. Then our retribution begins. We hold this position.
What is this I smell? Another so-called warrior.
The Lord Ravager Threxos Hellblade.
I am Lord Admiral Spire.
Awesome.
I will be your death.
Nice.
Not this day, lapdog. My
I really like the dialogue in
your
this game.
skull. It shall adorn the War Master's throne.
We shall see. Ready main batteries.
Okay, I need to actually do things.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Alright, so this guy. Alright, I think you know what you're doing. Oh, he disappeared in the
Underway.
Okay. I really hate torpedoes.
Understood.
Let's see if that's gonna work. Oh, I got him. Wow, that did a shitload of damage too. Prioritize you. Alright. Nobody knows how to advance science, partly because they just don't have the time and also because Chaos actively sabotages it. Interesting. Classic example is an unauthorized circuit plan might turn out to have a demon's name in it accidentally, and so everything made that circuit board is now possessed. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool that technology can be corrupted by, I mean, not magic, but whatever they consider the warp forces to be. 40k people wish Chaos Guy is the best to serve. I guess Slaanesh because you at least get laid. They're all offline. Why would you ever consider serving them that way? They serve space. How often does Games Workshop make major changes to the setting anyway? Because I know when I was playing Vermintide 2, a lot of people were complaining about how, because Vermintide 2 is set during the end times, and people were complaining about the shift from end times to Age of Sigmar, I think.
Lord Admiral, the sons of Mars stand ready.
And from what I understood, that was like a pretty like cataclysmic shift.
Firepower will be a great asset.
Like literally.
Well met, Fabricator. How many ships do you bring me?
All that could be found, Lord Admiral. I regret that we bring enemies on our heels.
Duty breeds enemies, Fabricator. Join your fire to ours. We'll see them ended.
Why don't we meet up with us?
With matchless efficiency.
Caught out. Oh man, they are like full burn. Alright. Alright, forget it. Bring him about.
Impossible, Admiral.
What's that? Oh, do I need to take their shields down first? Yeah, protected by an active shield or a hollow field that has maximum power. And now I can hit him. Here. Frigate, light cruiser. Shields are almost out. Okay, so I have 2 flagships then. Let's see. Let's see. This guy can't do much. think he's too fast to hit with torpedoes. So I think we're just gonna have to wait for them to take him down themselves. Ooh. Age of Sigmar is a complete reboot of the line with a new setting. Technically on the bones of the old, so people who like the old are understandably annoyed, yeah. Is that the one where they blew up the entire fantasy setting? Yes. Yeah, that was weird to read about while playing Vermintide 2. And drinking in all of that lore. And then to find out that, oh, actually it's all been blown up in the other media. Not a roguelike, I really appreciate your contributions to the conversation at hand. Oh. Oh man, for a second I thought our frigate was gonna get rammed. That would have been sad. We're having significant trouble taking this thing down. Let's see. Let's see how that works. Oh, so the reload stance lets you fire a lot faster. That's interesting. Alright, you, my friend, need to keep up. Games Workshop's apparently have been planning on blowing up Warhammer Fantasy for a long while because they're really fixated on Chaos being the ultimate big bad winner. Chaos themselves are just killing everything. You know, I respect that, not a roguelike. Alright. You get to be number 2. And you know what? You're a raider. Damn, we can't focus fire on you. I just pinged this. You know what? This guy's not so fast.
Changing course.
Oh, they're cooking.
Engaging.
Actually, I just want them to hit him. Jesus. That was awesome.
That's the last of them, my lord.
Negative. They were but the tip of the spear.
No, I am the tip of the spear.
The others will soon arrive.
It matters not.
I don't think you were paying attention
I had
there.
a through the bleakness of the Gothic War. By comparison, this is nothing.
Oh my god, he's in naval gaze after that
war cost us
performance.
our greatest heroes. What I wouldn't give to have Captain Abrador at my side.
All decks report ready.
Good. We shall forge new heroes this day. Let us hope they suffice.
Alright, well.
Seems they've come in strength, Lord Admiral.
You, get the fuck
All
over
ships. The Emperor protects. Engage at will.
Alright.
Survival probabilities are unfavorable.
Shut up.
Recommend we withdraw.
Yeah, they
All ships, hold position. Doubt forms the path to damnation.
There is no doubt while strength abides.
Beneficent Emperor? Is that what I think it is?
The Sons of Dawn heed your call, Lord Admiral.
Who's this dude?
It's good to see vessels of the Adeptus Astartes, Captain. Faith is well enough, but hope and faith bring victory sooner.
The war never ends, Lord Admiral. We shall fight it together.
Full burn. I keep getting more people that aren't allowed to die, but that's okay. Alright, so we got... Okay, we got the first one. Alright, you, I have plans for you. I'm sorry I haven't been, like, super on chat at the moment. It's actually pretty engrossing. The result was based on pushing tournament game results. They kept giving Chaos lots of handicaps while Chaos kept being beat until the end of things were just so against Chaos that didn't justify it. Where does it some things at the end times are planned for as far back as the Storm Chaos campaign, so they've been wanting to end it all for a while. That's interesting. Oh man, okay. We can take him out with troops.
Course
Get in there.
engaged.
I just have to get somebody in close
spirits
enough.
obey.
Oh, I have a lightning strike. Okay, I need one more lightning strike and I got it. Oh, if this big bastard wasn't so slow. Can we target their engine? Yes, we can. Take out their engines. Cancel the Omnicide. Cancels all light, critical, and fireboard accessible. They have one crew. I think I can Thunderhawk them. And take out that last crew. Oh, they're getting shot up pretty bad though. They can go through shields? Shields are down. Well, 8 more seconds on that. Critical assault action. Oh, they got reinforcements though, but we did destroy their engines. So it sounds like Games Workshop is really in love with Chaos. And they've kind of been leaning a bit too hard in their direction, huh? These guys will reload. Just tear them up. Honor the chapter. So I guess I've been misreading the crew number. It's just that many crew until you lose one of the 3 pips. Alright, batshit lore aside, how's the game so far? The reviews mentioned the scale of things, but it seemed like some small skirmishes. How does it play? So far, like, it controls really well. I like the spectacle of it. I like all the tactical options I have for each of the ships, and just like battles feel pretty good to work your way through. You know, this is basically the tutorial mission for the first proper campaign. So hopefully by the end of the evening we'll have a better idea of how big and crazy battles can get. So far it has all the right parts. It looks good, it sounds good, and it controls well. It hasn't really taken me very long to figure out what I'm doing.
Last traitor vessel destroyed, Lord Admiral. No further signatures.
And allied ships?
Nothing
so
more.
far, I can
Others
kind
may
of
be
just
inbound.
let the ships mostly
wait
do
no
what they
longer.
want. I think
Let
we've had
stragglers
numerical
seek our trail
like
amongst the dead.
advantages
We have a fleet.
for
I
most
must
of these
confer
battles
with
so
Lord
far.
High Admiral Drang as how best to employ it. We will have vengeance for Cadia.
I'm really impressed with the style so far. I mean, I know, you know, they have a
The challenge
incredibly
before
rich
us is bleak, but we shall prevail if the Emperor wills it. The despoiler will be driven back.
Whoa.
But we need support. We must secure planetary systems within the battle zone. These
Whoa,
will provide us
what?
the necessary means to strengthen our fleets.
Oh my god, there's a strategic layer to this. Whoa. Okay. Sectors. Admiral Spar's forces are currently located in the Cadian sector. Sectors constitute of several systems whose conquests allow you to progress through the campaign. Threat level. The threat value represents the will of an enemy faction to conquer a sector. The higher it is, the more that faction will be active there. Urgency. Urgency gauge symbolizes the urgency of your situation facing enemy factions. It fills up each turn and drops when you fulfill objectives. Urgency states. The gauge is divided into 5 segments. When a segment is filled, the threat value of all enemy factions is raised by 1. If the last segment is filled, the campaign ends in failure. Okay, that's a lot to take in. Looks like sperm entering an egg. Jesus Christ, it really does. I'm assuming that's like some kind of warp pathway. Alright, so, real quick, hopefully I can do this without completely murdering the game. Boop. There, you can see one of the gauges. Okay, so this is the urgency bar down here. Low urgency. The campaign is slightly engulfed in minor battles and little drawbacks. Raises threat level of every faction by 1, threat level by 2, threat level by 3, and then you lose if it gets that high. Missions, fleets, active fleets, command capacity, active fleets, yeah. Battle plans, global income. Oh my god, this is really cool. Alright. Points of interest. There can be one or several points of interest in each system. Each one is linked to attributes that have different effects depending on the faction controlling the system. So, the Belisar are point of interest. Alright, after several turns under your control, points of interest may be evolved by spending resources. Effects provided by points of interest may vary depending on the evolution. Okay, Belisar. Hive World. Generates resources, increases troop regeneration. Unstable. Doubles the delay of evolution. And there's lore, too. So it sounds like you capture systems and then you grow them in kind of a passive way.
Demios Binary has much to offer our future operations. But it is occupied by Chaos forces.
Everything's XCOM.
We shall sweep them aside and restore the Emperor's rule to this stolen world.
Okay, system annexation. Defeat enemy forces stationed in a system to take control of it. Neutral systems are seized as soon as one of your fleets moved in. The fleet power represents the might of a fleet. It depends on the value, health, and other parameters of ships. Fleets have a pool of movement points that replenishes at the start of each turn. They can travel through safe routes between system sectors at the cost of 1 movement point per system crossed. Okay, so 1 point... Okay. Use right-click to move Spire's fleet to the Demos binary system. Okay.
There will be many risks in the days to come. I need not take one here. Deploying a second fleet to Demios Binary will ease our victory.
Bloodborne is the best XCOM. I think, so, Pleads, I think this is kind of like a light turn-based, like, 4X Empire management thing. Like, I don't think I need to, like, build bases or anything, but I do need to take systems and hold them and generate resources and also consider, like, where my fleets are stationed and how to move them around. Like, each of these fleets has like 3 movement points, so it costs 1 to jump here. And you can see this is a pretty, the Cadia system is pretty huge. So as I'm moving through the system, if any of the sectors behind me get attacked, I'll need to keep that in mind as far as the movement points go.
We outnumber the foe. Victory is all but certain, but caution must serve as well as haste. Recklessness is a terrible master.
Yeah, like I said, I never played the first Battlefleet Gothic, but this is way cooler than me. This is way cooler to me than just a series of missions. Maximum of 3 of your fleets can be stationed in a system. However, fleets can always move through a system. Okay. Engage in battle. The higher the defense level system under enemy control, the more defensive structures you'll have to face. So right now, in terms of power, we're more than double theirs. Dumas binary. Oh, it looks like we can... So if we're defending a system, we can spend resources to deploy stuff. Space stations, defense platforms, minefields. Interesting. This is really cool. Oh my god. So this is for final preparations. Your leadership value represents the maximal accumulated fleet value. Boy, they really want me to push that launch battle button. Ships that couldn't be deployed due to leadership limitation will replace lost ships in battle. Okay, so we have a leadership level. We can have up to that many ships. If we bring more ships, they'll be deployed as reinforcements. Top fleet will be deployed first. Drag and drop your fleets to change the order. Protect your faction leader. His death would put an end to your campaign. So if Spire dies, we're done. Interesting. Let's launch a ship. Wow, look at that.
10,000 years have passed since the galaxy burned in the fires of the Horus Heresy.
For a bit, it looked like Sid Meier's Pirates 40K. Boy, imagine that game.
The greatest of the Emperor's Primarchs fell into the grasp of eternal damnation.
This looks like it should be spray painted on the side of the van. And that's not an insult. I love that aesthetic.
And his memory the stuff of a cursed legend.
Okay, Absol. Yeah, after this mission, we'll check on the Necron.
In the hide of an embattled Imperium. For the battle
Oh man, no, please! I think that'd be amazing. I love pirates. I played Sid Meier's Pirates. I played Sea Dogs. I played the Pirates of the Caribbean. Sea Dogs 2.
They retreated to the Eye of Terror and waged battle anew.
Yeah, I love like open world games where you have like a ship to just go out and explore and like forge your own path with. So
Abaddon took the title of War Master.
I guess it wouldn't work quite as well in 40K since there aren't really like independent ships.
12 Black Crusades he launched against the Imperium of Man. 12 world-shattering
This guy looks crazy.
forever alter the balance.
Puzzle Pirates, best pirate game. You know, I never played Puzzle Pirates.
Now, as the millennium draws to a close, a vast armada of traitors slips its moorings as Abaddon launches his 13th and perhaps final.
It's a lucky number.
As the tide of chaos breaks against the
I like the chains. The chains are a nice touch.
Imperium holds its breath. Faith alone cannot hold back these bleak waters. Only valor will serve.
I played Sid Meier's Pirates so much, I 100%ed it. I did literally everything you can do in that game. I maxed out everything. Just throwing away troops. I mean, that's a huge 40K thing. Like, all lives are expendable for the good of the Empire, right? I can't get over how good the presentation is in this game. Like, they really know how to play up a scene here. Alright. So this is like our first real battle, I think. So you can see on the map there's a bunch of little features. Gas clouds. I wonder what these are. Here we go.
Ship ready.
Let's make for whatever that is. Abaddon's really terrible at his job. The closest thing so far to a Rogue Trader game has been Star Traders Frontiers. I have Star Traders Frontiers and I haven't put enough time into it to really learn how it works. Rogue Traders on the spin-off games is basically being a privateer captain and executive crew on these giant city ships. RPG though. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I mean if they can make it work in the lore, I think that'd be fantastic. To just go freelancing around the 40k universe. You got deep into Star Traders for a week or so. It's real good? Okay. Yeah, I should bump that up my list then. I've had it for a while. Is Star Traders still in early access or did it finish? Really reminded me of that weird browser game Space Trader that existed when I was in junior high school. Okay, it did come out of early access. Yeah, then I got no excuse. Let me give it a try. Alright, sorry, let me speed this up a bit. Oh my god, are we doing control points? We are.
The enemy has seized a strategic area. You have seized a strategic area.
Yeah, I'm gonna seize their faces.
Underway! All ahead full! Enemy sighted!
There they are. Okay. Oh, if you hit space, it slows things down. That's cool. Okay. Do that.
We wait your command.
So I keep activating auto engagement mode to kind of let my ships maneuver the way they want. But I could be micromanaging everything they do if I really wanted to. Which I suppose I would have to if I really want to get into using these special... Yeah, okay.
We are ready to serve. For the Emperor.
Yeah, focus on that dude. This is a 2D map, yes. There doesn't appear to be a Y-axis to this. I think that would be a little too overwhelming if you're playing in a 3D space. Oh god, I used to play. Star Wars Rebellion, the old Star Wars 4X game. And that one had, you could auto-resolve battles, or you could go into an actual, like, combat interface, and it was full 3D. But this was in, like, the mid-90s, before, like, 3D graphics had really taken off, and all the ships looked terrible. And whatever rendering engine they were using for that game just sucked ass so hard. It didn't do perspective correctly. It rendered everything at, like, the same distance, so you couldn't tell how far away ships were from each other unless you like actually zoomed in on all of them. Let's see if we can take out this guy's engine.
We serve.
Actually, you know what else we're gonna do?
Acquiring new vector.
We're gonna turn on this guy. We're gonna turn off auto engagement.
Heading acknowledged.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Nope. Can't get away
Enemy
from us.
sighted.
Changing course.
Alright.
Maximum burn.
Yeah! Do it!
Course engaged.
No. Yeah!
Engaging engines.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it
Targeting
so
enemy
much.
vessel.
I'm seriously just gonna ram things as much as I can in this game. It's too much fun.
Setting
Right.
course.
That's right, I have to micro this guy now.
Aye, Admiral.
Dude, ping him. Take him out. Put his ass
Ship
away.
ready. Course engaged. Underway.
might be able to hit this dude again.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Come on. Let's slam some torps into him. Boom!
Target locked in.
No, I wanted you
Changing course.
Oh, it doesn't get old. It really doesn't.
Engaging.
I'm mutinying. Alright, you guys.
Receiving your order.
Why don't you go ahead and take this point?
We wait your command.
You can handle this.
Burn retros.
Yeah, just take him out. Was that it? Was it just one ship we had to fight? Yeah, it was just that one ship we had to take out. Okay, that wasn't a very good example of how the battles can get. But what I'm thinking, since we've still got over an hour, we'll poke our head into the Necron campaign, and then maybe we'll try multiplayer. I don't expect to win or anything, but it might give us a better idea of how vast fights can get. Healing renown, points for now you to reach new renown ranks, which increase your command capacity. Ships gain experience as well. Each new level grants morale bonus, skill cooldown reduction, weapon cadency, critical chance, leader experience. Everything gains experience. Enemy Armada is deed. Cool.
A first victory is ours. Others will follow should we remain true to our duty. Battles leave scars. I must be mindful of my vessel's condition. The reclamation of Demios Binary has taken our enemy by surprise. The Claustum system is exposed. We shall push our advantage. If the fleet is to grow, we must have access to production facilities. If Claustum falls to our forces, we shall have them.
Alright, destroyed ships are lost for good, damaged ones are repaired, and have some of their lost troops replaced. If they're located within a system controlled by the faction. Each of your ships located within a system under control benefits from the following effects. Fast repair, you may spend resources to accelerate repair. So repair is normally passive if you're in systems you control. And you can spend resources to speed it up. Resources and construction points are most valuable as they're necessary to construct these ships. Okay, so we're gonna save. We're gonna let me just I'm not gonna enter it into another battle, but to the Claustum system. Okay, sorry. Left click, right click. Okay. Take control. Put an end to the turn. They may need to end that turn to save.
Our shipyards are ready to provide us some reinforcements. Time to see what the adept...
Yeah, okay. Can I... Okay. I don't know if it's going to save or not. If it doesn't, that's fine. I can play back through this, but we're going to pop back out to the main menu. Why will it not let me save? Let me see if I can just click through to a save point. Because I thought maybe it was auto-save in the background here. I'm just going to pop through this.
Binary
Holy
shipyard
shit, there's a lot
isn't
of
capable of
ships.
full production just yet. We'll use Claustum for now.
Okay. Select
Claustum
Claustum.
shipyards are small. All is prepared.
Confirm.
The reconquest of the Cadian sector can now proceed. We have only just begun. Let us proceed.
Okay, hopefully that got me out of the tutorial phase and do other stuff. It's not the demo, it's the beta.
The systems we have reclaimed are developing well.
You should be able to save. Maybe not. Alright, I'm gonna pop out of here. I don't want to waste any more time on this. I know you can. They said you can play through chapter 1 of the Imperial and Necron campaigns. I just realized if this still counts as the tutorial. If this still counts as the tutorial, then I haven't completed it, and I won't be able to load up the Necron campaign. So we might just need to keep going for a bit.
Prosperous systems can only be a good thing for our cause.
I'm gonna try to speed through this a bit.
Communication from the Vox relay.
So the old man's still alive.
Admiral Spire, I trust you stand ready.
Always.
Good. Strategically and symbolically, the Cadian sector.
Understood.
Counteroffensive. Our direct orders from Lord High Admiral Drang. Admiral Spire must regain control over systems in the Cadian sector. Capture the following systems. Okay, so that's our mission objective. Okay, can I save now? Yes! Okay, now I can save. Alright, we're good. We're golden. I just had to click through to there. New save. Name. For the Empire. Okay, now we can hopefully we can get into the Necron campaign now. Dun. Yes! Alright, here we go. Here we go. Stirred from the eon-long slumber, the undying Necrons come to claim anew the galaxy they once dominated. With their territory... I can talk, really. With their territories are awash with warring primitives or assailed by the currents of the otherworldly warp, the legions of the Nefero dynasty will have to prove their technological supremacy once more. They seek to establish their dominion once more. They could have used an editor on these, actually. Yeah, we lucked out there, Obsel. I was trying to punch out just like a minute too soon.
In the deepest eons of history, before mankind had even emerged from primordial ooze, the Necrontyr dominated the galaxy.
Hieronymus, we'll check when we pop into multiplayer. I think all the major factions are in this. I know there's at least like 7 different fleets. There's only 3 campaigns: Human, Necron, and Tyranid. But for multiplayer, you can do Human or Imperial, Necron, Tyranid, Orc,
the Necrontyr realized the impossibility of
Eldar, Dark Eldar. I think you can do Tau.
The Star Gods, the Catan.
Probably Chaos. So that'd be 8. But we'll confirm before we close for the night.
So ended the Necrontyr of old.
I should probably be paying attention to this.
Betrayed by the ambition of Zarek, the Silent King, they were dragged in chains to the fires of biotransference, transmuted from fragile and radiation-cursed bodies to forms more suited for the ravages of war.
Cold steel.
Stripped of flesh, of mortality, even of their souls.
They specifically molded their faces to be permanently pissed off. I love it.
Now enslaved to the will of the Catan, the Necrons at last.
They specifically designed themselves to be as unpleasant looking as possible.
And at last broke beneath a tide of immortal fury. As the last of the Old Ones fell, Zarek led what remained of his people in revolt against their Catan masters. The Star Gods were overthrown, shattered into shards, and forced to serve those they had once ruled.
StarCraft pinched more than a bit of this for their own lore, didn't they? Some of this actually sounds really familiar for when I played through the StarCraft campaign.
To colossal stasis tombs, to sleep away millennia while their domain healed and their rivals passed into dust.
Yeah, Tau are basically space weaves, yeah. Generic Asian influence, particularly Japanese and Mecha, big Kippen.
60 million years have passed, and the ancient tombs are once more
60
stirring
million
to
years.
life. The Necrons, forgotten by all but the Eldari, are returning to claim what was theirs. They will abide no trespassers. With the awakening of their Therion, Kefrek the Unbroken, the Neferu dynasty arises once more.
Whoa.
Undying legions stir in the forgotten dirt of 100 worlds.
These cutscenes are so weird because like almost everything is hand-drawn except the ships, which look amazing. Because, you know, they have the ship models. I wish they had blocked out these cutscenes to be almost entirely focused on the ships. I think they'd come off a lot better.
Unleash the power of the Neferu.
Issue of how much Blizzard took from Games Workshop is really murky. The Zerg were based on Tyranids, but after StarCraft, the Tyranids became more similar to Zerg.
This is my hour.
I guess that's why there's never been like an actual like legal battle or anything over it, because they have it's kind of gone back and forth then.
The time has come for the might of the Neferu to be felt once again, my son. Our ancient domain is infested with primitives. You are to scour them from my sight.
Sure.
As you command.
Overlord of the Neferu dynasty, Amarkun the Gatherer. Takes Zog tomorrow.
They are close to discovering our tombs.
Are we detected?
No. Their sensors are focused on the surface.
Excellent.
Digging the 3D world around these 2D maps. Yeah. The backdrops look really good too.
It is too late.
Alright. So kind of similar start to this campaign.
Vessel has engaged stealth profile. We may proceed at your order.
Destroy or rout every ship of the Adeptus Mechanicus forces.
Relocating.
Do that. The tower directly created to try and capitalize on the expanding Asian market in the 90s. They never really took off in Japan and Korea. I would have assumed that the Tau, you know, I don't know when specifically they were added, but I feel like maybe they would have been more focused on trying to capture the growing like anime fan base here in the West. Because when I was in high school and college, that's when it really started to blow up with more and more anime series appearing on like cable television and like anime clubs in high schools and colleges, like starting to really grow. Necrons are also a bit Egyptian themed.
If it strikes one of our vessels, the damage will be considerable.
Really?
Understood.
Hang on. We're gonna pause this for a sec because I got a bunch of notifications. Necron maneuver inertialess drive. All Necron ships have the inertialess drive skill, which allows them to perform sudden attacks or withdraw quickly from desperate situations. Mass recall allows your leader to instantly teleport all the ships of his fleet near the flagship. Combination of inertialess drive and mass recall makes Necron fleets remarkably mobile despite their ship's low speed. Alright, so... So there's an asteroid about to hit this one. Allows the ship to teleport and reorient itself within a 9,000 unit rate. Oh my god. Wait, seriously? You can just teleport?
We are under attack. Postulate theory. Necron ambush acknowledged. Assistance required. Confirmed. Reinforcements dispatched. Arrival
hang on.
imminent.
Initializing motive power.
You don't want to hit that. Whoa, okay, I'm glad we avoided that.
Yes, my liege.
Why are they don't shoot those. Shoot. Okay. Alright, guys. Guys, seriously. Yes, we've got that. Alright, The ship destroys one Doomside fighter squadron.
Moving.
Oh shit.
Relocating.
Okay, so obviously this battle is designed to teach all about the inertialist drive. Alright, you know what? Fuck it, we're just gonna go ahead and take this guy out. We have emergency warp. Okay, so you guys are pretty basic. We'll switch to reload on these guys. Thorn Castles, welcome to the stream.
Inevitable.
Don't. Can you get out of there before you get annihilated? Yes, you can. Okay. You know what? Since he bothered to poke his head out. I'm gonna blast him. They seem to have some kind of point defense weapon that's preventing projectiles from hitting them. Rally. Not that it matters because we'll be dead in a second. There we go. Alright, so they're done.
There will be no escape. Initializing motive power. We are death.
Tau, Ghost in the Shell style mechs. Everyone else has Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. Hey, Thorn Castles. Oh, hang on. Get out of there. No, that was too late.
On the march. Engaging weaponry.
Ooh, paying more attention. What's this? Oh man, there's even more of them. Okay. That's great.
Yes.
Thank you for the F. Rip Necrons again. Oh, hello. We don't want to be there.
Inevitable. On the march.
Giant asteroid coming in 30 seconds. Where? I just realized my ships have no shields.
They are.
I should have used Master Call earlier to save that one ship.
As you command. There will be no escape.
I need you to actually move up, dude.
Initializing motive.
Oh, cool. Scarab Swarm. It's repairing our ship and eating theirs. The medium. Ain't gonna help you. Wow, that's really powerful. Yeah, the environment's a huge part of this one. Wow, that Scarab Swarm is still going. How long does that last? 45 seconds. 10 damage per second to enemies. 2 points of healing per second for ours. That's crazy. Eating again. And their engines are destroyed. Yeah, I don't think the Mechanicus is getting out of this. Scarab Swarm OP, please don't nerf. Nano Machine, son.
Engaging weaponry.
I guess for them, Nano Machine, son.
We are death.
Nano Machines, primitive. Boom. Is that it? We did it? Yep, looks like we did it. Shame about that one ship, but eh. We got more Necrons where they came from. Do Necrons, do they how do I put this?
I have vanquished the servants of the false machine.
Do they build new Necrons?
Excellent. You were ever.
Do they reproduce in any way?
In my quiver.
Do Necrons fuck? That's all I want to know. I'll just throw it out there.
The formless horror quickens, stirring its mortal servants to conquest. And the servants of the false machine will surely return once their comrades.
Dude, we just watched Necrons fuck right there.
All shall fall before your splendor, as is only proper, so that you may prepare for the coming challenges. I will order new vassals awaken to serve beneath your.
We're into fan fiction, oh Jesus.
Great one, as I anticipated. The servants of the formless horror trespass my domain.
Formless horror?
They shall be punished, great one. Indeed they shall.
They at least used to be able to convert certain captured humans into new Necrons. Interesting.
Show them that the Neferu command greater power than they can imagine.
Yeah.
As you command, great one.
You're great. You're awesome. We're gonna do it. Alright, restore the supremacy of the dynasty over the long-lost systems in the Sentinel world. Following systems must be under player control at the same time. Setven, Hydra, Cordatus, Void Worlds. Asteroid Whirlwind. From now on, the giant asteroids event may happen during battles. Alright. Dolmen Gates. Dolmen Gates are all linked together, and Necron fleets can move from a system of Dolmen Gate to any other one at the cost of one movement point. So that's not actually a need to... Oh no! That means I wouldn't need to travel through... Okay. Okay, so no tutorial for this one. They're just like... You figure it out. Alright, well we have two fleets. They're both pretty badass. We own this place. Build a new fleet there if I want. Build some mines there. Because why not? And then I'm gonna go pick some fights. So we need Setvan. We will send this fleet to Setvan. And we will engage. Necrons generally don't reproduce, they're just incredibly hard to put down, do use machines, so they're Borg. Games Workshop pilfer from everywhere. Guess you have a third fleet if you didn't lose it during the first fight. Yeah, possibly. They have or had a rule in the war game, there's no joke called I'll be back, which lets down units return repaired. Nice. Yeah, let's give this a try. I can also auto battle if I really don't want to play the fun part of the game and just want to play the meta layer.
Years have passed since the galaxy burned.
I think we already watched this. Yeah. Sorry, we're skipping that. I know how many years have passed since the Horus Heresy. The ships are pretty cool. When I was in college and I tried getting into the tabletop game, Necrons were the army I wanted to play. I was big into zombies when I was in college, and they're space skeletons, close enough.
How may I serve?
Reactive hull shifts. As long as it stands active, hull cauterization effects are increased by 2. Ship repels. Oh, so you can actually set them to have hull regeneration. Or we can change their lightning arc to attack enemy ships instead of just, hey, Captain Swing, what's up, buddy? Auto battle is a lifesaver in Total War, yeah. Well, like I was saying, when I played Star Wars Rebellion, you basically had to auto resolve every battle because the real-time battle interface was so garbage. But at the same time, if you auto resolved, it would always launch all of your fighters, and they would always get killed because in the early game, nobody had like major capital ships. They all just had like gunboats and stuff like corvettes that were specifically designed to take out fighters. So if you didn't want your fighters to get destroyed, you had to actually play the battle and just like manually keep your fighters from being launched. It's super annoying. Yeah, I actually, way back in the day when I actually played the Total War games, I would
The enemy
manually
has seized a strategic area.
I would manually resolve every battle. I had an idea once to play a Total War game where, to play it where I was my faction leader, and so only manually control battles where my faction leader is present. I thought that might be kind of cool. But then again, I haven't played a Total War game since Rome 1, so I keep meaning to pick up Shogun 2, because Total War Shogun, the original, is always my favorite. Inferior.
You have seized a strategic area.
I think it's just that one ship.
Energy to weapons array.
Just tear him up. The only person I met that plays Star Wars Rebellion. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's a great game, because it's not. It's pretty rough actually, but I love it. I played the shit out of that game. Alright, we took out their generator. I want to take out their engines, so they can't do anything else. Is Shogun 2 still the best one? Because I feel like I heard all of the ones past that one had issues.
Ready to serve.
Unfortunately, this guy doesn't have that fucking awesome scarab ability. Can't decide if Rome or Medieval 1 or 2 was the best. Okay.
What is your command?
I guess it's kind of particular to different people, huh?
I serve your glory.
I think we can just auto-engage this. I'm gonna speed it up too. I get away. I think they just mutinied, and I won. Oh, don't worry. My I think my actual flagship has beetles.
You have accumulated 25.
I've accumulated something. I've accumulated a loading screen. Yep, you lose. I win. Pew pew. We own it. It is ours. Anything we need to do here? I guess not. Okay. So with this fleet, with Amarkun, yeah, he's got the Scarab Swarm. How much would it cost? Okay. How much would it cost to create a new fleet? Oh, it'd take 10 turns though. Oh no, it refreshes in 10 turns. This guy has a resurrection orb. Resurrects 1 troops on allied Necron ships. Launches an energy orb that hits all ships and inflicts 200 damage. That's cool. Pyramidal reconstruction. Instantly cancels all light critical and heavy critical ship effects on ships. Oh wow, they have... Wow, okay. This guy has Scarab Swarm. And Lightning Link. That sounds awesome. We're gonna recruit this guy. We have a new fleet. Booyah. Take control of Kendor. Alright. Markun? And then we're gonna take this one out. Nephira, Glory of Endless Light. I think it's probably just one ship again. Heard Rome 2 is bad. Yeah, Rome 1 was really good. Yeah, I played the original Shogun, and I've beaten the campaign in that. I love the original Shogun. I played the original Medieval, but at the time I was either too young or it was too complicated for me, and I couldn't really get into it. And then I played the original Rome, and that one fit me much better, and I finished the campaign on that one. I was so proud of myself in that one too, because you had to take, if you're playing as a Roman faction, you have to take over a certain number of provinces and then take Rome itself. I took over all the provinces first, and then when I went back to Rome, there was an absolutely insane stack of enemies on it.
I am the dynasty's spear.
But I had a spy who had the Black Plague, so I assigned him to the city until he spread the plague in the city and spread it to the army. And then I attacked once everybody was half dead. Oh, hey, Krieger, what's up, buddy? It's good. It's good. The combat system, I really like the combat system. You can see down here you've got tons of options for micromanaging your ships, but you've also got like an auto-engagement mode. And so far the faction ships feel very different. We've only played Imperial and now we're on Necron, but they definitely have very different combat styles. I mean, the Necrons don't even have shields. They're big on like hull reinforcement regeneration and like kind of passive effects.
Initializing motive power.
And then the campaigns are this big like it's this big meta layer where you seize systems and you accrue resources and you build new fleets and you move them around, which I like a lot better than a regular linear campaign with static missions. The only thing is we haven't gotten into any like big crazy battles yet since we're just starting out, and I don't know how long, like how far into the game you have to get. Yeah, I didn't even capture the point. I'm just gonna straight kill this guy. I'm not even gonna let him take his point.
Inferior vessel sighted. We are death. All power to motive.
Also, Necron ships can just straight teleport. And I'm gonna Scarab Swarm this guy. Devour him. And launch bombers too, because why not? Hopefully against when it came time to take Rome, I bribed all the Senate stacks and used them nice. Ace Combat 7 does look great. I adore the Ace Combat games. I am gonna seriously consider picking that one up. I think the capture points will be more of a factor if I'm trying to take on larger fleets that I don't actually want to engage with. I might be able to outmaneuver them to hold capture points and take the system despite them having a superior force. Teleport? Nothing personal. Yeah, we're just going to speed this up because this guy has no chance.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Don't stealth, you idiot.
Ready to serve. There will be no escape.
We took out their engines anyway, they're toast. Focus fire on their weaponry. Dancing with engines. Oh, it has a VR mode too. Oh man. That must be nausea-inducing. Whoa, I don't think so, buddy. Where's my... Now we're just gonna fucking override them. Your ship... Your ships can mutiny. And if they do, your command ship can rally, or you can just order the mutineers executed. Loved AC6, pre-order AC7. Come on guys, end this. Get him away. Seriously?
How may I serve?
You can fucking find that ship for me is what you can do.
What is your command?
There he is. Can't resist attacking.
Inferior vessel sighted.
Inferior vessel. Even the robots can mutiny, yep.
I am the
Sure can.
sphere.
Boy, these chaos ships are gnarly looking. They're made of blood and bone and shit. Come on, take this guy out already.
I serve your glory.
Come on, guys. Thank you. Super hot VR. I bet that's super cool. Well, that's maybe one of the dumbest things I've said tonight, huh? Super hot. That's super cool. I would love to get a VR set up sometime and review VR games. It would have to be a Vive. I can't do the seated one because I get super motion sick, but the room scale one that I can move around in with the Vive, I can handle that. Alright, let's see. So we own you now. That's cool and good. I think we used up all of our movement points. So I guess the renown panel. Oh my god, there's a progression system. There's upgrade trees. This is involved. This is seriously involved. I'm just gonna end the turn. Chaos is not making moves on me. Super cool, super cool. It's the most innovative comment I've heard in years. Oh, this, okay, so this looks cool. These have multiple fleets holding them. So I am gonna move current fleets here. Okay, and then this guy... Okay, they can hold down the fort there. We will see then. Can I build a new fleet here? No, I don't believe so. Okay, I'm at capacity for command. So what I'm gonna do... Okay. I'm gonna leave my flagship here in case we get attacked, and I'm gonna see if I can take the Void Worlds. Oh no, I have to move this one. That's fine, this one's more powerful anyway. Yeah, I can't build a 4th fleet because we're at active fleet capacity. I'm probably not supposed to go through it this fast, but I don't give a fuck. We're gonna do this. And I'm actually gonna build defenses here since this is like a linchpin system. And we will launch our Battle of the Void Worlds. Alright. So let's see how this is gonna go. This will be the last campaign mission we try. After this, we'll pop into the battle mode and check out the other fleets and maybe try multiplayer. Can you rename your leader's ships? I haven't tried, but that is a very important question. That is very important. All right. So we actually have 2 command ships this time. Both of them have Scarab Swarm. But Scarab Swarm doesn't stack. A ship can't be affected by more than 1 Scarab Swarm at the same time. But it means we can keep them going for 1.5 minutes instead. So, yep. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to play this one a bit more conservatively. I'm actually going to take capture points this time. As are they.
You have seized a strategic area.
Looks like they split their fleet.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
They're all moving on the center point. One ship is... Oh, it is! That's right, I forgot. Ships regenerate their health passively in systems you control, but I didn't give them the chance this time.
You have seized a strategic area.
Hit that middle point.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Looks like he's moving engage.
Inferior vessel sighted.
Okay.
They are doomed.
They are doomed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this guy and keep him back.
Inferior vessel sighted.
He's moving out of position. You know what?
Inferior vessel sighted.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's not happening.
I am the dearest spear. As you command.
Those ships should be fast enough to catch them.
How may I serve? Engaging weaponry.
Right. Okay, their engine's damaged. I'm gonna see if I can take their weapons out as well.
What is your command?
Oh, I need to change their stances as well. This one will go to reload.
Weapons array.
What is this guy doing out here? Yeah, I'll put that in reload.
Weapons array.
Energy to weapons array.
I serve your glory.
Okay. For some reason, this guy is not attacking the damaged ship.
I am the dearest spear.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Yeah, I'm well aware. Shut up. Alright, you know what? Fine.
Ready to serve. Motive units fully engaged.
There.
How may I serve? I am the Dynasty's spear.
These guys are remaining at like extreme ranges. I'm not really sure. Oh, maybe there's a setting for this. Longest possible depending on ship weaponry. Yeah, I don't actually want that. I guess I should do the same with these guys. Huh?
It's your command. I serve your glory.
Oh, I think we lost. We lost sight of him. We want to pincer that guy. These guys are almost done. Cragger, thank you so much for the gift sub.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
13 gift subs. That's crazy, dude. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yep, it's Oddish head time.
I am the Dynasty's spear. They are doomed.
Alright, these guys are not getting away this time.
How may I serve?
One more second, please.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
I see. Okay, actually, in that case, yeah.
On the march.
Okay, yeah. So if they hit the victory condition before I wipe their ships out, I lose. That's pretty cool.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points. The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Aware of that. Mutinying. Okay, so we need to get back on this point. This guy's mutinying. Alright. Another cruiser out there. No, I need you to stop. I need you to stop.
You have seized a strategic
That guy ran. That guy just booked it out of there.
Reassembling coherence.
Okay, so we've seized that one.
I serve your glory.
This might be the last ship.
Inevitable.
Potentially. Okay.
You have seized a strategic area.
Okay.
What is your command? Ready to serve. Impossible. Cannot comply.
Alright.
There will be no escape.
We haven't hit the halfway point for the required victory points, so if this is the last ship, we're fine. If it's not, I should still have enough time to, there we go. I should still have enough time to make up the difference. Get over by this guy and get healed.
How may I serve?
The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
Ready to serve.
I need to have these guys engage at closer ranges. Which trying to rally. I think it's gonna help. You thought those pitch black blotches were sponges on your screen? Nah, it's just part of the background. That's how detailed it is. Take him out.
Energy to recoalescence.
You have accumulated 50% of strategic
There we
points.
go. Okay, I beat him. Ooh, that was making me a little nervous at the end. If they had had another ship holding back, I might have lost that one. Since I let him grab the... Okay, so the control points do matter. They definitely do matter. And that's cool. Hey, Savage Play. Welcome to the stream. Do you know Ice Wolocom? No, I don't. I'm afraid not. Is that a streamer? That's cool. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and save here, and then let's pop over into battle mode and see what's going on there. Space. Galleys. Alright, back to the main menu. Yes. Yes. Okay, so. Alright, so we did the prologue, we've looked at the Imperial campaign, we've looked at the Necron campaign. Can't access the Tyranid one in the beta here. But we do have battle mode. Okay. So, I was wrong. There are a lot of factions. There's the Imperial Navy, the Adeptus Astartes, the Adeptus Mechanicus. Oh, and they have sub-factions too. Chaos. Corsair. What the hell is Corsair? He's not streamer, follows you and me. Oh, okay. I don't really know the people that don't pop into chat, so I don't recall, but yeah, I'll look them up. Astriani. Craft Worlds. Interesting. Wait, are these the different, are those the Eldar? They must be. Yeah, Orcs, Necrons, Tyranids, Tau Protectors, and Tau Merchants. Corsairs are rogue space elves, okay. Keyboard Company is a faction in this game. Right, a bunch of factions got trademark-friendly renames, okay. And then there's sub-factions too. I don't know if that actually makes... Oh, it makes a difference to the portrait. Okay. So, probably only got time for one battle. What do you guys want to see? What faction would you be interested in seeing? I'm kind of leaning towards orcs, just because they're orcs. Wow, there's a lot of Chaos factions. What's the difference between Tau factions? Let's see, the Protection Fleet is composed of well-equipped, high-efficiency ships capable of devastating long-range engagements. However, their fragility and lack of speed make these ships vulnerable to swifter, more resilient foes. Tau Merchant Fleet is composed of very few slow and well-equipped vessels. Each is equally capable of destroying the foe at a variety of ranges. So, it sounds like Protector is longer range engagements and Merchant is a bit more versatile. Divide between the Austrian and Dracani. Captain Swing says more DACA. I can't really argue with that, honestly. Orc ships are rusty, ramshackle, and assembled from whatever parts the mech boys had to hand, rather than any grand design. Nonetheless, they're every bit as potent as any ships used by the races. Orcs offer little threat at long range, but are festooned with heavy guns and grow increasingly dangerous as they close to distance. Moreover, the big red button offers the prospect of heavy ramming damage to anyone foolish enough to be caught in their path. Orc pirates. Orcs and piracy go together every bit as well as a choppa and a slugga. After all, a pirate's life is one of ceaseless violence, a constant stream of booty, and cacophony of the biggest guns there is. Honestly, it's a surprise more orcs aren't pirates, really. Bad moons. Orcs use their own teeth as currency. Their teeth grow faster. They're richer than the other clans. Bigger, shootier, and flashier guns. Blood axes have a long, convoluted history of mankind to the point they're no longer seen as entirely trustworthy by other orcs. Trading mercenary service for guns. Death skulls, infamous looters, quick to strip enemy corpses or possessions. Evil sons revel in the roar of engines, the pride of seeing ramshackle creations roar to murderous life. Goths encountered amongst the toughest and most belligerent orcs, no small feat given the competition. That's cute. Booty. Yeah, we're gonna be orc pirates. Select your skills. Overload shields. Make the ship shields invulnerable. Multiplies shield regeneration. Teleports a bomb to a maximum distance of 10,000 units. Bomb explodes after 10 seconds. 200-400 damage during all armor. Rocket Nosy. Launches a probe to the designated location. Critical assault chance of orc ships on the battlefield is raised by 100% for 30 seconds. I'm guessing the sub-factions don't do anything. I think it just affects your portrait. Oh, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe you level them individually. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm gonna do overload shields and plasma bomb. Select your upgrades. Damage caused by stuff is nullified. Flagship gets more range on macro weapons and lances. Defense starts to deal damage. More DACA. I'm taking that just because Captain Swing said it. Reduce the big red button maneuver cooldown by 10 seconds. Lots of thrusters. Yeah, we're gonna go more DACA and lots of thrusters. Select your fleet. Pre-made fleet. Nav fleet. Standard. Easy to handle fleet with a few weapon skills to manage a good assortment of the most reliable ships. Balanced fleet mostly made of light ships bring good tactical options. Powerful fleet with many weapon skills. However, the limited loads for the skills require accurate management. Mighty firepower, reduced number of ships make it vulnerable or overwhelming. Swarm type fleet, excellent scouting. I'm gonna go with the Nob fleet. Oh, this is if I want to customize it. I don't want to customize it. Oh yeah, I remember when they tried to claim they own the term Space Marines. Alright, I got a Nob fleet. Alright, skirmish 1v1. Let's see what happens. Select team 2 AI faction. Let's go with Necron. We'll do random. Oh boy, Orcs. Very excited. Wow. They look like shit. Look at those junkers. They're beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, I got a bunch of ships. I got a lovely bunch of ships. So I guess I'm not actually playing with another human. I guess this is just an AI skirmish. So we've got the Red Rama battleship Deadnought. Nice. Command skill: hit it with the hammer lots. Call to arms is the anti-mutiny thing. No, rally is the anti-mutiny. Call to arms provides replacement troops. Those are all pretty standard. Boarding torpedoes, plasma bomb, overload shields. Okay. Brace for impact, lock on, reload. Okay, so that's all pretty standard. Big red button randomly increases the speed of a ship for 10 seconds. Okay. I have a bunch of battle cruisers, light cruisers. Well, let's just give this a try.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens. Ah, okay. The enemy split their fleet. They're smart and I'm not. So we'll split ours as well.
Wings ready.
The enemy has seized a strategic area. You have seized a strategic area.
Good.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Head across this way and see if we can get that third one. But I'm assuming that's where
Here we go.
Conflict's gonna happen. Took some damage. I do not know what we're up against.
You got it.
This is cool looking. Wow. Looks like a little city out in space here.
Orcs is best.
Orcs is best.
You have seized a strategic area.
Good.
Here we go.
How big? Okay, his detection radius is pretty big. Ping this dude.
Enemy ship sighted.
Okay. Oh, they're coming in this way too. All right. Whoa. Okay.
What you want? You want us over there? You got it. Faster, you grunts!
Oh yeah. So these guys are kind of worthless at long range. Also, what are you doing, buddy?
Move that junk!
They are working the shields down. What the hell is that? Sorry, I don't even know what I'm fighting. Fighting claws.
Enemy ship sighted!
What is this thing? Am I fighting orcs? Wait, maybe don't get into that.
Bus, we gotta go!
Oh wait, that's my ship.
Orcs is best.
Hang on, let's where is my flagship? There it is.
Wings ready. An escort ship went bang bang, boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Orcs is best. Mordecai!
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Alright, well that plasma bomb worked. Oh, Jesus. Sure, let's do it. That might have been really stupid, I don't know. Oh, they rammed us.
Taking damage, boss! on us over there! He's ready. They got one of their ships, boss. Walks his best.
Well.
Fire bombers!
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Blaze ready!
Just having trouble keeping track of where everything is. These guys are mutiny.
What you want?
I let them get surrounded.
You got it. You got it, boss. You ain't a boss of me. Blaze ready.
Oh, there's an actual command to like just straight up increase the morale too.
Boom. Wants his best. We'll fight another day. Whoops. Lost one. Let's get sharp.
The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
That one's full of rocks anyhow.
This guy's rather late to the battle. I'm sure he can handle this. I'm sure he'll be fine.
You ain't the boss of me.
Kind of funny that we end up in a orc versus orc setup. Alright, so clearly that didn't work out very well. That was cool though. So yeah, there's a lot of management that needs to be done during battles instead of just rounding everybody up and pointing them at the enemy. Like, you need to be considering the facing of your fleets, all the different abilities. You need to be watching their morale. Let's try another one. Let's try something more familiar. Let's do a Necron fleet. All the Necron portraits are exactly the same. It's funny. Rounding up everyone to point at the enemy is still winning the moral victory for the orcs. Oh man, it's midnight already. Okay, so this is gonna be our last. This will be our last go for the night. Let's see, phase shifter. Stances can be using the deck is destroyed. Use this too. Yeah, we'll try a basic one, and then we will fight against the Imperial Navy. And let's do easy. So I have a better chance at this. Alright, now we're going to take care. Oh, upcoming streams, real quick. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be starting Super Mario RPG on the SNES. And that's going to be our indulgence for a couple weeks. And then Monday, we are starting Yakuza 0 at 9 p.m. Pacific. So 2 big games starting in the next couple of days. And then on Wednesday, we'll be doing more platformers. So keep that in mind. You'll need to book it out of here. Yep, I'm really excited about both of those. This whole variety streaming thing, you know, I play little bits of so many games. I don't actually end up getting to play through a lot of bigger things, even in my own free time, so it's pretty exciting to me to be settling into 2 big games that I can really concentrate on. Wow, okay. We only get 4 ships. And they look badass. The thing is, I know these guys are really slow, so if I split the fleet, it's going to be hard to get them back together. So I think I'm going to keep them clumped up. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so they've got 4 capital. They've got 5 capitals and 2 smaller craft. So I'm gonna have to take them to straight fight because I don't have the mobility. To get around to the different capture points.
You have seized a strategic area.
Facing on this one.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Alright, do we have any...
What is your command?
Interesting, we don't have any detection abilities.
I serve your glory.
Stance.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Ready to serve.
It's a plasma bomb.
As you command.
No. No. I hate to do this, but it's gonna take too long turning.
Units. Relocated. What is your command?
This guy.
Inferior vessel sighted. I am the Dynasty Spear. Shroud strike successful.
That one's down.
Inferior vessel
That one's gonna be gone in a second too.
You have seized a strategic area.
Alright, so we're equal on areas, but they're ahead on points. So that one's gone. I know there's...
Inferior vessel
Let's focus down this guy. Creates a cone of darkness, can be aimed in any direction. It's a shockwave.
Ready to serve.
I think I actually made my ships run into each other. Hang on.
What is your command? Reassembling coherence.
Okay, we need take his shields down first.
Caltech swarms have breached the enemy vessel.
Everything's gone.
I am the Dynasty Spear. How may I serve? Drop void anchors.
Void anchors.
Drop void anchors.
Thank you. Okay. So then. Let's take. Wait. You. Get out of there. Whew. Oh, there's another ship out there. Great. Alright. This guy's taking quite a bit of damage. I'm gonna launch. Alright, I want everybody on this one. And we will jump this guy back out of here.
All power to motive units.
Oh shit, we're hitting that guy instead. Can I?
What is your command?
Wait a second. Wait a second. Back would void anchors be? Excellent question. Really. You know what? Never mind. We're gonna go ahead and focus down this big guy. Boom. Wow, that just scrambled his shields. Alright. Do we have boarding action?
How may I serve?
Boarding action.
Internal damage registered.
And then Purple's wave as well. Whoa. That was certainly impressive looking.
Ready to serve.
Whatever nonsense they need to be. Good answer.
What is your command? I am the Dynasty Spear.
Ah, shit, their weapons are gone. I should have kept better eye on him.
I am the Dynasty Spear.
Ah, they're mutinying. Nice.
What is your command?
I don't know if they can come back from that, actually. Hopefully they can't. Oh, that's not good. Alright.
On the march.
Okay, wait. Everybody needs to get going.
Rating engagement velocity.
We're gonna after this guy.
Motive units fully engaged.
That's really cool. I like that. Now we're gonna fuck this guy up.
Successful. Frayed ones are feasting.
Ooh.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Beating them on points too. You can fully pause. Space hits it, knocks it to like slow, but I can click on a full pause here if I want to issue commands that way. It's been working out okay so far. Let's see.
How may I serve? I am the dynasty spear.
I don't know if these guys come about. Not get too far away. Wow. Necron ships are pretty beefy.
Energy to recall.
Yeah, you stop. You're gonna do something stupid. I don't know what you do. I need to get better about commanding these ships. Yeah, they're still mutinying. I might have gotten them. I know that guy's taking that point, but we're winning. We're winning the actual battle. You should not be up here. You need to help me out, actually.
Reassembling coherence. Adopting defensive protocol.
End up ramming that guy to death. Nice. Alright, so our damaged ship will go capture.
Of strategic points.
We'll get into the back
enemy
areas.
Seizing one of your strategic areas.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. He still has an engine.
I am the dynasty spear. All power to motive units.
I think I like Necrons, guys. I think I'm a fan.
Ready to serve.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Actually, they're almost dead. They're not gonna last much longer. Oh, their deck's destroyed. Shit. I might end up losing that one.
Motive units fully engaged.
Take him out. Put an end to this.
How may I serve?
Oh, that was gross.
Ready to serve.
You can actually back up.
How may I serve? Energy to recall essence.
You have seized a strategic area.
What is your command?
Their battleship is still trying to limp its way out of here.
I serve your glory.
Might as well help me out, bro.
All power to motive units.
Tell me more about motive units. Ah, we got it. Yes. That was uneasy, but it was really fun. Yeah, I think it's gonna take me some time to work up to commanding like larger fleets. It's pretty involved. But yeah, that was really cool. Alright guys, we have spent 3 hours and change checking out Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. I'm impressed. I am enjoying this quite a bit. The Moment-to-moment combat is a lot of fun because it looks so good and it sounds so good, and you have a lot of strategic options. Yeah, I think I would probably have to pause more for larger fleets. That would, yeah. Especially since every ship has its own abilities that you can trigger, and especially if you're using stuff like torpedoes that you have to manually aim. Excuse me. But yeah, the campaigns are really cool with the whole meta layer. It doesn't, you know, it's obviously not very complicated. We were going through the Necron one pretty fast. And yeah, the battles are pretty cool. Once I get a little bit more practice, I'm gonna try the actual multiplayer. I'm sure I'll get my ass kicked, but as long as I can actually put up a fight, I think it'll be pretty fun. But yeah, this is super promising. So this was the beta. You can get access to this right now if you go ahead and buy the game. I think it's like 35 or 40 bucks at the moment. The full release is on the 24th, next Thursday. And right now there's the prologue and the early parts of the Imperial and Necron campaigns, and then obviously the battle mode. So yeah, after tonight, I'm going to go ahead and jump on the press copy that I have and start working through the full campaigns, and hopefully I'll have a review ready for you guys next Friday. If not next Friday, probably the Wednesday after. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this a lot. Thanks for coming out tonight, joining me on this grim dark Friday. But yeah, so yeah, tomorrow, Retro Console Night, Super Mario RPG, 10 p.m. Pacific. And then Monday, we're starting Yakuza 0. 2 giant, sprawling adventures that we're going to be getting into. So thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. If you're not following me, would super appreciate a follow. We just turned over 200, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, thank you guys one more time. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, y'all take it easy.